Hi friends. I am a little late, a few seconds late, and I'm at a different location. It is 4 p.m. on Thursday, September 3rd. My setup is not how it normally is. I apologize. I'm going to try and do this on a better angle. But I don't have like my setup. We are on vacation officially as of like an hour ago, and I'm now blocking the camera. That's not good either. We are in Charleston, South Carolina, and Wayne and I are on vacation. So it'll start as soon as this is done. But it is getting tipsy with Erin. It is Thursday, 4 p.m. I didn't really think about that when I posted that I was doing this, so I still want to do it. But today's topic is a huge topic, so I wanted to keep doing it. I wanted to post about it. I wanted to share it, and it is one of my most asked questions. So live from Charleston. If you are here, if you're watching and you know any place that I should go visit, we should go visit in Charleston, let me know. If you see me starting to sweat, it is warm and toasty here. It is humid. It is like, it's toasty. So I'm talking today about the difference between your assessed value and your market value. And I hear it from sellers and from buyers. Because they're different, right? So people say, well, my house is assessed at X, so why don't I list it there? Or a buyer says, well, this house is assessed here. How does the seller think they can get this for it? Don't pay attention when you're looking at, hi Kim, how are you? Don't pay attention to assessments when you're looking at market value, and I'm going to explain why. Let's start with what your assessed value is. Your assessed value is used to calculate your property taxes, your real estate taxes. The value is determined by your tax assessor based on your municipality, your city, your county. In Virginia Beach, it's the Virginia Beach Real Estate Tax Assessor. And it comes based on recently sold properties nearby. It's based on the size, the location of your home. They take into consideration any like permits that have been pulled for the home. If a sunroom's been added, or there's been some square footage that's been added to the home, a large addition. A new, detached garage has been added, or the land has been subdivided. They take into account your acreage that you have. That is taken into account. What's not necessarily taken into account is things they don't know about. You can look up the tax assessments. It's public knowledge, but they don't, the tax assessor doesn't come in your house every year. You do get an updated tax assessment in the mail every year, but they don't come in your house every year. So if you, for example, I remodeled my kitchen this year, and I put some good money into that kitchen. Tax assessor didn't come and see that. I've replaced my HVAC. I've replaced my hot water heater. I've redone the decks on my house. Tax assessor doesn't know that. But in the tax assessment, I'm not getting credit for that. So a lot of times it's actually common for your assessed value to be lower than the market value. So it's always important to consult a realtor before listing your home to determine the price that would be appropriate. Because if your house has not been sold recently, a lot of times people have lived in their home for 15, 20 years. And so there hasn't been, a true market value given to it. And you don't know. for the market value, that is determined by a variety of characteristics. It also includes the location, square footage, the lot size, the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms. But that's when you get into the condition and the quality, as well as, you know, the types of appliances. Do you have lower level, you know, builder grade, regular appliances, or do you have high-end appliances? Do you have basic flooring, or do you have, you know, the plush padding? Is your flooring torn up by animals and kids, or is it in brand new condition? You know, have your kitchens and baths been updated? Sorry, I don't have my normal stand, so my arms are killing me. Have your kitchen and baths been updated, or, you know, are those still from 1980? Are there any other features of your home that, you know, make your home have more value? And then also, take into consideration the comparable homes and look what's currently for sale in your neighborhood, what's recently sold in the neighborhood. Remember, those tax assessments only happen once a year, where there's stuff happening in the market, and you know, that market's changing. I mean, it is changing monthly. I could look at something, I mean, I've looked at something one month and then the next month been like, we might want to change this, and it could be up or down. So supply and demand determine whether or not it's a buyer or seller's market. It also determines, I mean, it can determine as little as, you know, $1,000, $2,500, and it could also determine $10,000. So it's, you know, how many houses are for sale right now, how many buyers are looking for them. And then after compiling all the data, you want to come up with an accurate list price for your home. And that's when you really want a professional that's in and out of these houses all the time, and is looking at these houses. Another thing that's really important to look at is, and if you watch my videos, you know my soapbox about Zillow. Zillow is based off of a national algorithm that is based off of national data. And again, it's not accurate, and it's unrealistic. And it is comparing a home in Kankakee, Illinois, that is 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, to a home that is in Virginia Beach, Virginia, that is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. So, and it's not saying, you know, that home has a bedroom and bathroom or bathrooms and kitchens that have been updated this year versus bathroom and kitchens that were updated in 1995. So, you know, and that's why they do that huge range. You'll see they have this estimate, and then they've got a huge range in there, and that's a CYA for them. You've really got to be careful with those estimates, and they can shoot you in the foot either way. I've seen sellers undercut themselves and I mean, we're talking $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And then I've also seen sellers be overconfident because of his estimate and think their house was worth $50,000 too much, and then it sits on the market and it sits stagnant and nothing happens. And then because their house sits on the market for a couple months with nothing happening, then it gets a stigma and it doesn't sell. But it's all because they based their list price off of #fake news and Zestimates. So you do want a professional to get in there, and someone that's been in and out of the houses that are currently on the market and can give you a true market value for your home. So, you know, how do I figure out the price to list my home at? Again, have a professional tour your home, find out about the updates. I'd say pull together any updates you've done on your house in the last 5 years, and then any major updates you've done in the last 10 years. And major would be, you know, a full kitchen remodel, a full bathroom remodel. I'm not talking just changing the lighting or just changing a kitchen counter. I'm talking like a full thing, or any of your major systems. So HVAC, roof, hot water heater. And that's not just a repair, that's like a full complete system replacement. And then, you know, and get someone that knows the area, knows the neighborhood, has been in and out of the houses that are on the market, in and out of the houses that have sold. And that's the best way, because you want to make sure you're not leaving money on the table, and you also want to make sure you're not cutting your nose off to spite your face. And then also know you can use those assessments to negotiate the price you want to sell your home for. A professional knows that they can compare sales price or market value versus the assessments to know, you know, houses in this market are typically selling at about, now again, they're not all going to be accurate, because if a house has not been sold in 20 years, its assessment's going to be way off. But if you know that, you know, these houses have all been built in the last 10 years or whatever, their assessments are going to be fairly accurate. You know, but a house, again, a house in poor condition will most likely sell under that average. House updates, great condition, it's going to sell above that average. So again, you've got to rely on the people that are in and out of these houses every day and see the market and how it turns. My best suggestion, again, don't rely on estimates, don't rely on tax assessments. You really need someone that can look at the market value for you. I always say your home is likely your biggest investment you're gonna make. You are not gonna, it's your biggest investment you're gonna make, it's the biggest investment you're gonna sell. You don't go down to the local hardware store and buy another one next summer when you decide you didn't like the color of the one you bought this summer, like you do with a bicycle. So make sure you make a wise decision. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Again, I'm in Charleston for a long weekend, so if anyone knows any places that you think I should go, let me know. I'm looking to see if anyone has commented and given me any suggestions. Any comments? Hold on. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot me a line and I will answer them. And thank you for tuning in this week, and I'll see you guys next week. Have a great one. Bye.